So we are starting with the cap sleeve. I'm going to be showing you different ways and styles you can cut it in this particular cap sleeve. So I'll use my ruler to make a straight line on top of my paper to serve as my starting line. So from that point, I'll go down by 7 inches for the length of the sleeve. Then I'll mark 5 inches for the bicep line. So I'll just make all this point a straight line. And I'll label the lines, the bicep line and the full length. So on the bicep line, I'll mark my upper round down measurement divided by 2, which is 10 inches, divided by 2, that's 5. I'll mark it plus 1 inch, that's 6 inches. So on the upper point, I'll mark 2 inches. And I'll use my ruler to slant it from the bicep line to make that 2 inches. And I'll extend my bicep measurement down to the full length. So on that line which I've slanted, I'll measure what I have there. I have 7 inches, so I'll divide it by 2, that's 3.5. I'll mark it. So I'll be using it to make my sleeve curve. So from the bicep line to the 3.5 inch I mark, I'll go in a little bit, while from that 3.5 inch to the top of the paper, I'll go out a bit. Guys, just watch the way I'm curving the sleeve curve. It's very easy. So for the styles in which you can cut your cap sleeve, the style 1 we're going to be starting with, you go up from your bicep line by 1 inch. Then you mark it, then you use your ruler to slant from that 1 inch to meet the full length. So this is style 1. You can go ahead and make your cap sleeve like this. It's also okay. Or you can slant from your full length to meet the bicep line on its own. This is another cap sleeve on its own. So this is style 2. You can leave it like this, or the first one. But for the sake of this tutorial, this first one, I'm going to be making use of the second one, that's this one. So I'll just go ahead and use my scissors to cut it out. So after cutting, I'll open it up and label with my cap sleeve 1. So this is all for the drafting of the first cap sleeve. So move to the drafting of the second cap sleeve, which is called an inset cap sleeve. So I folded my paper into 2. I'll just use my ruler to mark a straight line to serve as my starting line. So from that point, I'll mark my full length, the length of the sleeve, 7 inches and 5 inches the bicep, and I'll make all this point a straight line. So on the starting line, I'll mark 2 inches. And on the bicep line, I'll mark my round upper arm measurement divided by 2 plus 1 inch seam allowance. And label the lines, the bicep and the length of the sleeve. Then from the bicep, I'll use my ruler to slant to meet the 2 inches at the top. Then I'll extend the bicep to meet the full length. I'll measure what I have at the slanted line, which is 7 inches. I'll divide it by 2 and I'll make like an armhole curve. From the bicep line, I'll go out in a little bit to make the 3.5 inch. Then from the 3.5 inch upward, I'll go out a little bit, curve it out a little bit. So the first way you can cut your inset cap sleeve, you go out from your bicep line by 1 inch, then you slant to meet the bicep line, just like this. So you can cut out your bicep your inset cap sleeve like this. Is also okay, but for the current tutorial, we'll be going up from the bicep line totally by 1 inch. We'll make it a straight line. So this is how we'll be cutting our inset cap sleeve for the sake of this tutorial. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So after cutting it, I'll go ahead and open it up and label with my inset cap sleeve. I make a mistake in the spelling, but it's inset, not insert cap sleeve. This is all for the inset cap sleeve. So we'll move to the drafting of the tulip sleeve or a petal sleeve. The paper is already folded into 2, then I'll make a straight line to serve as my starting line. From that point, I'll mark the full length of the sleeve, which is 8 inches, and the bicep line, which is 5 inches. So I'll make all these points a straight line. Then on the starting line, I'll mark 2 inches. And on the bicep line, I'll mark my round down measurement divided by 2 plus 1 inch. So I'll use my ruler to slant it from the bicep line to make the 2 inches upward. Then I'll measure what I have on the slanted line and divide it by 2. I have 7 divided by 2, that's 3.5. So I'll just extend the bicep to meet the full length. So I'll make the sleeve curve from the bicep line to 3.5. I'll curve it in. Then from 3.5 upward, I'll curve it out. So after making the sleeve curve, I will label the line, the bicep line and the full length. Then I'll use my scissors to cut it out. After cutting, I'll open it up and I'll use my ruler and my marker to highlight the center line. Then from the center line, I'll mark 3 inches. Then Then from the full length, I'll go up by 2 inches. So guys, just watch how I'll be making the curve of this sleeve. So from the 2 inches I went off from, I'll curve to meet the 3 inches at the top. Then from that 2 inches or the 3 inches upward, I'll curve to meet the full length of the sleeve, the length of the sleeve. So you can use your pattern curve to curve it, your curve ruler to curve it, or your freehand, anyone is very easy. So I'll label you the tulip or the petal sleeve, and I'll use my scissors to cut it out. So you'll be needing 2 pieces of this. So after cutting, I'll place it on another paper, then I'll cut it out. I'll place it like right side facing each other, and I'll use my scissors to cut it out. So after cutting, I'll open it up and place it on each other like this. So I'll just mark the center line on the paper I've cut, new paper I cut. I'll just mark it out. Then I'll place it directly on each other, just like this. Guys, you can see how it's looking so beautiful. I'll just use my tape to tape it down. This is all for the tulip sleeve. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sure this video was helpful. Like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and see you in another video. Bye bye.